I'm Miss Teresa at the Box Springs Library, and welcome back to Foodie Friday. Today we're going to make this delicious spinach and artichoke dip just in time for St. Patrick's Day, because we always need some green food. So if you're ready, let's get started. So to make our spinach artichoke dip, you're obviously going to need spinach. This is some I got in the frozen section. Don't use fresh. You could, but it just takes so much more than frozen. Sour cream. You're going to need cream cheese. You will need, you're going to need mozzarella and Parmesan. I got this because it's a blend. It's perfect. You're going to need some artichokes. You can either get canned or jarred. Make sure you get your artichoke hearts. You're going to need pepper. And then you're going to need some mayonnaise. If you want it a little bit spicier, you could add jalapenos. You could add red pepper flakes, whatever you want. You're going to need a dish to cook it in. I have a disposable one. And then, of course, you're going to need a mixing bowl, spoon, and measuring cups. Okay? So if you're ready, let's get started. I forgot to mention before, you're going to need garlic. I forgot the garlic, so I just have some garlic pepper. I'm going to use that instead of using the pepper by itself, so that way it has the garlic and the pepper together, okay? So just let you know. We have to make adjustments. So I have this recipe from Cooking Classy, and we're going to get everything assembled. We have the oven preheating at 350. So we're going to take the cream cheese. It is at room temperature. It is 8 ounces. And this recipe is great. It's just a dump and go. Alright, we have our cream cheese in. Then we're going to need 1/4 cup of sour cream. And I have an 1/8 measuring cup, so we're going to get 2 of these. 1, 2. Okay. Don't fall in there. Stay. Put the lid on that. We're going to need 1/4 cup of mayonnaise. That's 1/8. Could not have done that better if I tried. Okay. And then we're going to add garlic. Now normally you'd add a clove of garlic. Again, I don't have that, so we're making do with what we got. And since this is substituting for the pepper, it's pepper to taste. So, just let you know. Now you're going to give this a good mix. The cream cheese was at room temperature, but doesn't mean it's liquefied. So you're going to have to put a little backbone and a little stirring into it. So the recipe called for 2/3 cup of Parmesan and 1/2 cup of mozzarella. Again, I got the blended, so if you want to measure it out, you can. This is 2 cups, so you're going to need almost this whole bag. But if you want it extra cheesy, put the whole bag. It's up to you. And then the recipe also calls for the spinach. Now, the recipe called for 6 ounces of spinach. The smallest spinach I could find was this one, which was 8 ounces. So I went with this one. And we're just going to make it do. And again, you want your spinach at room temperature too. Now, with the spinach, we're going to scoop it out because we don't want all that liquid. Okay? If you have a cheesecloth, I would suggest squeezing it out with a cheesecloth or several paper towels. but we're just gonna add it as we scoop. We're gonna squeeze, okay? Scoop and squeeze. And again, if you don't get the whole package, that's fine, because the recipe only called for 8 ounces. I mean 6 ounces, and this package is 8 ounces. We're gonna mix again. Alright, so last thing we're gonna need is the artichoke hearts. And it called for a 14 ounce, which is what I have. You want to drain these and then quarter them. I'm going to have to move that because I'm going to have to cut them as well. So this is what it looks like. We're going to go drain them and quarter them, and we'll be right back. Alright, we're back with the artichoke hearts. I've cut them all up. Remember, how you cut them is how they're going to cook. So you don't want huge bite-sized pieces. That you don't want pieces that are too big for your bites, you know. So you don't want to, you really want to make sure you cut them up fairly well. If you don't like artichokes, you can leave it out. Just add some extra cheese. Alright, now we need to add this to the pan, and we're going to cook it at 375 for 20 minutes, okay? So 375 at 20 minutes. Normally I would spray my pan, but apparently I misplaced my spray. So we're going to put a little oil in there, rub it with some paper towel to make sure it just doesn't stick. But the great thing about these disposable pans is that if it sticks, throw it away. You know? It's not one of your better cookware. Throw it away. So let's dump this in here. Spread it out as even as possible. There we go. Now we're going to throw it in the oven again at 350 for 20 minutes. So we'll be right back. Alrighty, there is our spinach Alfredo dip. It's just out of the oven. I did cook it for 20 minutes at 350, and then I put some more Parmesan, my mixture, what was ever left, I put that on top. Because me personally, I like a lot of cheese. You don't have to, you could have just left it the way it was. But that's how it looks. So I hope you enjoy. Thank you for joining us for this edition of Foodie Friday at the Box Springs Library. I hope you enjoyed making the spinach Alfredo dip. Sorry, it's the spinach artichoke dip. Let me correct that. And until next time, bon appetit.